On today's episode of Watch JR Go, Zach and I are going to look at the Subaru supercar, the Subaru SVX. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch JR Go, and today we're out in the vault. We've got our go pick up a car kit in the back, and Zach and I are headed to check out this 1993 Subaru SVX. This is, of course, one of the craziest Subarus that was ever built. There's quite a few of them, honestly, and it's more of a luxury car than a supercar. But today we're going to see if we can buy what's probably the cheapest one in the nation and maybe have some fun with it. Let's go. And we are out in the legend, the Subaru SVX, and this one has problems, pretty big problems, I would say. We've got no power steering. The suspension does feel like it's there. Cruise doesn't turn on, fog lights didn't turn on, the security light turns on, whatever that does. No defrost, hazards work. Does the climate work? No climate, no radio. It shifts into first hard, it slams into first. No, it looks like no power mirrors. Oh, come on, turn. Oh, I want to buy this car so badly, but I honestly think that, ooh, I gotta put that back. Real iffy. I don't know if that's open or closed. The windows did work though, right? Oh, wait, this one doesn't have a switch. But the passenger one works, the rear ones work. Those windows are super cool, honestly. All the suede is faded on the dash. It's like white when it was originally gray. This, wow, there's a lot of issues going on with this thing. I really think that's about all I need to drive it. Oh crap, that person's doing like 100 down this city street and then staring at me like I was doing something wrong. I was like, I literally just turned the corner. Wow, that thing is powerful. That's like quarter throttle, it's a beast. We got a check engine light, ABS light, airbag light, and it runs rough at idle. We need to go one more street, don't we? I think we do.
22nd, right?
Yep. Let's see. No horn, no clock. So we'd have to figure out all the interior electronics. E-brake does work. That's kind of cool. It opens itself a little bit. Spot. Oh, the lights work. There we go. Room lights don't work. Looks like the turn signals work though. That's something. Yeah. I am driving this car. Let me roll your window back up.
I'm gonna say no, bro.
I really want to buy this.
You don't need two lots.
It's such a cool car. Man. I'll feel bad walking away from it. I don't know. What should we? He's asking $1,000. It might need a transmission. What do you think, Zach? What's the
smoking?
Oh, the smoke just poured out of the engine bay. It also smelled like a lot of coolant when we walked up. Well, the SVX was probably too much. He said he'd take 800. I'm sure he would have taken 700, but in reality, Zach was like 200 or 300, which obviously 200 is probably a little less than scrap value. I said I'd give him 400 right now, and he said, let me talk to my boss. I'll see what he says. He said he'd give me a call in the morning. If he does, car needs a lot. Intake gaskets, valve cover gaskets, tons of electrical fixes. It's not a quick flip. It's a ton of work. That's what that car is. And what, the radio didn't work, the climate didn't work, the mirrors didn't work, half the electronics didn't work. There's a big to-do list right there.
Literally, the dome lights and the windows worked.
Basically, yeah, a few lights worked. The fog lights didn't work. A whole bunch of lights didn't work. And then I came in, and right when we pulled back into his driveway, coolant smoke just rolled out from under the hood. And he came out, he's like, open the hood, the fans don't work. And I was like, oh.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Could have said something prior.
I mean, we probably should have drove it faster instead of just kind of moseying through his neighborhood to check it out. Yeah,
something you should definitely tell a potential buyer.
We don't go very far because it's going to overheat. So, you know, maybe it needs a thermostat, maybe it needs a water pump. Oh man, the maybe list on that car is very long, and maybe it needs a transmission. But at 400, I'd be comfortable with it because I would love to drive that car in great shape one time. just straightening out the engine would make it an awesome driver. And the electronics are the fun part. That's what I want to get into. Since we couldn't buy the SVX, we're going to look at a two-door Civic. I will not be able to air the tires up for you in that amount of time. Luckily, we brought our own air compressor. And we're running over to this house that was 4 miles from the last house to try to buy it, if I can buy it for a reasonable price. It sounds like a lot of fun. 2000 Civic, what could go wrong? I love working on them. It had 2 flat tires and 1 wheel is a donut. Yeah, it's a lot of tires. But, you know, if we can get in it right, it's worth a lot. And I love the way two-door Civics look. So we're gonna go check it out. We are now 3.6 miles away.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. And here's our Accord. We're gonna go check it out, figure out what we think. Ladies and gentlemen, we bought a car, a 2000 Honda Accord Coupe. It's not a Civic. The way more valuable and nicer Honda Accord Coupe, 203,000 miles. It's a Honda. Everything works. Aftermarket radio, sunroof worked. This window doesn't work. Has a donut up there. 2 bad rear tires. It's the first time trying to drive it here. The lights worked. Everything works. Oh. It's kind of a terrible noise. It hasn't been driven in over a month, which is a little bit terrible. But yeah, we'll get it going. Once I drive it down the highway, it'll probably be okay. Also, the tires were... I guess that noise is the flat spots in the tires because they were like sitting flat on the ground for a month. VTEC solenoid gaskets, the usual Honda things. Put a set of tires on this. The original wheel is in the trunk, bonus. And I think we'll be good to go. Just clean up the engine bay, clean up the car, have Green Lantern do their full interior, exterior detail. I'd like to do it right now, but I think they're closing in a second. We'll see. If I can make it there, we'll get it cleaned up tonight. Then we'll do the car, get it out the door. Even better, it's clean title. This car is really nice, honestly. There's like one little rip over in the passenger seat, and weirdly the driver's seat is in excellent shape. The check engine light did just come on, so I can't wait to get home and scan it and get an idea of what the car thinks is wrong with it. Radio works perfectly. It's a Kenwood head unit, can't beat that. And I thought the cruise wasn't going to work because the light didn't turn on, but then I tried to set it and it worked perfectly. So that's a bonus. Everything seems like it works on the car. Mirrors? Mirrors work. Wow. All right, we are back home with the $1,000 Accord Coupe, and it has this terrible exhaust heat shield rattle that's kind of killing me inside. And we've got a P1259. That's the unknown diagnostic trouble code. So I'll go check out that code. And of course it started raining the second we got home, so it's perfect timing. Okay, I'm quickly running out of light, but I think I'm gonna do a little walkthrough for you guys of the car. I probably have to make multiple videos about this car because we're gonna detail it. I'm gonna bring Thomas in. He wants to make it flawless, so I probably have to give him an entire night tomorrow. So that's where we're gonna end up on this car. It's gonna be like maybe a 3-part series, even though I'd like to do it in one and just show you guys the end product and it going out the door. So here we go. Front passenger side, lots of scrapes and a little crack on the diffuser or lower body kit there. This is an EX, right? I think the Coupe is the EX and it has the fancy body kit. This tire holds air. It's a Goodyear Eagle AS2 or something like that. All the suspension seems to work great. Steers straight down the road. The only real terrible noise is that exhaust rattle. All of the paint, metal, everything looks good there. This door looks straight. Maybe a door ding right there. Dirty windows. The glass is actually nasty. Something here, like what is that? Maybe somebody threw eggs at the car. I don't know. Hopefully that comes off. That way Thomas can do his magic. Should be fun. We've got some surface rust in this wheel well right there, and this chrome looks a little bit rough, and that is one very dirty wheel. It also doesn't look like this brake was doing a lot of work on the way home, but then again, it's only had to brake like 2 times. I didn't really stop at all. Coming around, we got some hail on the trunk, hail on the roof. It's medium hail. I'd say it was like really small hail dents, but there must be 400 of them. So you know how that goes. The PDR bill would probably be almost $1,000 to take all those dents out. A really awesome tag, 007 JZY, James Bond JZ right there. Good stuff. We've got a lot of paint scrape right there, more paint scrape right here. This screw came out of the bumper. I'm obviously gonna put that back. It'll be nice to have that fixed. We did air both tires up before we left to 32 PSI, and this tire looks like it's almost down to 12. So this one really doesn't hold air at all. Also, each tire is different, I think. And it's a Douglas. Dent, surface rust, surface rust. That's most of the exterior here. Of course, the donut, the wheel is in the trunk. I double checked. Tons of scrapage, crack, faded headlights. Maybe we'll fix the headlights on this one. At least a quick sand and wipe down. I'm not gonna clear them, but we'll do something to try to get those straightened out, I think. The wipers worked great. The sprayer is just kind of blurbled. So I think it's probably just out of wiper fluid. That's not a big deal. Coming inside, we've got the coupe door sills. Those actually look pretty cool. An incredibly dirty interior. You can see how absolutely nasty it is. But for the most part, the guts of it look really solid. Glove boxes, has straws in it, I guess. What else do we have back here? How do you, I guess it's that switch. Back seats look good. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of stuff in the cup holders. Carpets need vacuum. Nothing out of the ordinary inside. Of course, we have that one check engine light, which is probably the VTEC solenoid. I'll know here in a minute. I haven't actually Googled it yet. All the lights worked. Every light on the car worked. I was so pumped. Some TV styrofoam in the back. Oil, hydrogen peroxide, or alcohol. Weird. And here is the wheel and some fix-a-flat. And a socket set. Look at that. Bonus. It's even on a little socket rail. That wheel looks like it's in really good shape. So hopefully it's not cracked or leaking or anything like that. I'm kind of excited to put tires on this. Hopefully that's done tomorrow. It's just really hard to make tire shops work with my schedule. They all close when I'm ready to go to work. It actually has a cord embossed underneath the spoiler. Gauges are dirty, the whole dash needs wiped down. And we'll take a quick look under the hood. We've got the 4-cylinder. You can tell it needs valve cover gaskets. It might need the distributor oil seal. I don't know. I'm hoping it just needs the VTEC gasket. And if that's all that code is, we'll have this straightened out in no time. Refill the wiper fluid. Accessory belt looks good. Power steering belt looks good. Check out the belt condition right there. Pretty reasonable. As I mentioned, cruise worked on the way home. The E-fans worked, they both turned on. The AC compressor turned on and kicked on the fan. So honestly, I think as far as it goes mechanically, we are not far from getting this thing finished. I mean, I haven't even started yet. We're close to getting it finished. The hood latch spring doesn't exactly retract all the way, and then you have to like manually push it down. Then you can shut the hood. So I do need to lube up the latch, get all that moving freely again. So that is it for today, guys. This Accord looks like it's gonna be a fun project. It's raining, I'm going inside. And please, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Oh yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want me to go buy that SVX. Honestly, I think it would be the coolest flip of all time, but it's a super time-intensive, labor-intensive car, and who knows where the parts are at. I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. So I would love to buy it. If I can get it for 400, I'm probably gonna do it, but if you guys wanna see it, let me know. If you don't wanna see it, say no. Tell me what kind of cars you wanna see in the comments. I like these Hondas though.